Have you ever noticed that the easier it has become to create something, the harder it is becoming to actually notice people who are truly gifted? I've been thinking about that. When AI first became mainstream, a lot of people started asking questions. As AI made talents less valuable? Is AI going to replace many people's job? But I wonder if that is actually the wrong question. Maybe the better question is, has AI made talent less visible? Because today, almost anyone can create or generate a beautiful image, a beautiful article, very decent article, lovely poem. Anyone can produce music, edit videos, design a logo, and some of graphic design. That's very incredible, But it also creates a strange illusion. When everyone can produce something that looks impressive, it becomes harder to tell who actually understands the craft behind it. Think about photography, for instance. A normal random smartphone can take stunning photos, but that doesn't make everyone a photographer, because photography has never really been about pressing a button, and that is what I've always been about. That's what I've always been saying. It's about seeing something that others don't see. The camera captures the image, the photographer captures the moment. And I think AI is doing something similar across every creative field. Writers, shooters, photographers, painters, everything. It's making execution easier, but it's making discernment more important, because talent was never just about creating. It was never just about executing the creative work. It was about knowing what to create, why to create it, and when to stop. And those things are much harder than to automate. It's crazier than just automating. Now, I understand why some people worry. If we really rely so heavily on AI, that we stop learning, we stop practicing, and stop thinking for ourselves. Then, yes, we risk becoming dependent totally on our tools, which AI is one of. But perhaps that's not what AI is all about, and that will not be AI's fault. Every generation has had tools that made life easier for them. Every generation. So the real question has always been whether we used those tools to replace our own mind or to extend our mind. So maybe AI isn't hiding talent. Maybe it's just revealing a different kind of talent. Not the talent of doing everything by hand, but the talent of thinking deeply, of asking better questions, of having taste, having judgment, having vision. Because in a world where almost everything, almost everyone and everything can be created, everyone can create, anything can be created, people who truly stand out won't necessarily be those who can make the most. They will be the ones who have something worth making. I'm still thinking about it, that maybe AI hasn't made talent less visible after all, as people will think. It's simply changing what talent looks like, what talent exactly looks like. And I think that is something worth thinking out loud about.